Hello. So I'm here with Ana Nedelcu today, who is one of our coaches. She took part in our coaching for 3 months. She's an SDR at Ninja One. Thank you so much, Anna, for taking the time. And Anna, can you tell us a little bit more about how was the situation for you? What kind of challenges did you have when you started at our coaching?
Yes, sure. So basically, I think I was in a moment that I went through personal challenges, and I definitely didn't enjoy my work, and I couldn't put energy in actually improving because of these personal challenges in my private life. So I do remember I was basically sitting in front of the computer, and I would put on my headphones. I was doing home office by that time, and I would just press call and pray for anyone to get my call, basically. And I was definitely not enjoying my job because actually I love sales. I know sales is more than a job for me. And I said, oh man, I need someone. Of course, I started reading books, right? Because when you have a problem, you start reading, and you start reading articles, you look for information, for other people views, and I started looking for books. But I did remember I got so many information. I didn't know what to do with that information because we do have information on internet. And I said, look, I need someone, I need a professional that just put all this information and tell me what to do with clear steps. And I just looked for Jonas on LinkedIn, and yeah, here I am.
Perfect. And also, we talked about one thing that you were struggling with was the no-show rate, right? So you were booking an okay amount of meetings. It's not that you were not booking meetings, but you were having a high no-show rate. How much percent of your meetings were actually not coming to the meeting?
I think it was around 60% or something like this. I do remember I was really focused on the target, right? Like every salespeople. And that's why I was really focused on every call, push the prospect to a meeting and forget about actually the value of that meeting.
Yeah. So you were just pushing the prospects, convincing them somewhat to take a meeting, but you were not focusing on actually making them understand what kind of value they can get from the meeting and making them feel like it makes sense for them to make the meeting, correct?
Yeah, right.
Okay, cool. And what happened now? 3 months are gone. Now we're at the end of the coaching, which just finished like 2 weeks ago. So what happened by the end of the coaching? What changed for you?
So I would summarize this in three things. I think when I came to you, I didn't have confidence, right? And I feel it really bad with myself because when you start with no's, then you start, actually your self-esteem is going to hell. So you give me three things. One of them, the first one was confidence. Why? Because we start talking about chill, about stop, about take a step back, right? And just calm down. And also you look at my habits, which were really bad, also eating bad, right? And not drinking enough water. We spoke about this. Also, a lot of coffee because I was so stressed. And when I felt good about that thing, I felt, of course, more confidence because I said, okay, I'm good with myself now. The second thing that you gave me was I need this structure. I'm a person that I'm not structured by nature. So for me, this optimization of a process, that's not easy, that's not something that comes with me. And I needed a plan. The reason I was not wanting to get the phone, it was because I didn't have any plan. I was like improvisation, and sometimes improvisation, mainly when you have in your head so much noise, is not really happening in a correct way, right? So you give me confidence, you give me a plan. And the third thing you gave me was, I'm working in the outbound UK market, which everybody knows that is a market that is terrifying, right? Like everybody I know, they told me like, "Ooh, good luck," you know. And what you gave me is hope. You show me that that's possible, that actually it's possible to book meetings because you guys are doing it and we're doing it. And I just needed these three things: hope, confidence, and a plan and structure. to actually be successful and start enjoying again my job and start knowing that sales is still my passion. It's just I didn't have these three things.
Now, that's amazing, and it's amazing how you said that when you started changing your habits, your daily habits, looking more about what you do before. We talked a lot about, you know, what you do when you wake up in the morning, what you do before you go to bed, how do you take breaks. And I remember, like, I saw how through the 3 months how you started changing your own habits, and you gradually started becoming more relaxed and more just in tune with yourself, and just more, you know, more loving towards yourself, and you became kinder. Because at the beginning I felt like you were really thinking so much about booking meetings, and you were overthinking it sometimes. And I made you, and it was very important for us to work on you just, you know, being happy for no reason, basically just being calm. And then it just changed the way you were doing calls. You became even more relaxed in role plays that we were doing, no?
Yeah.
And you mentioned something very important, which is the structure, right? So the structure of the cold calls, you know, can you say a little bit more about what we did there in terms of the, what were you doing before and what you did there in terms of the script?
Yeah, so I do remember I didn't have any kind of script. And after you, we were working in a script. And also one thing that is actually more important, we were practicing that script like every week. And that make it feel so natural, and also make me feel that I don't have a problem with cold calling, right? I don't have a problem with sales. It was just, yeah, like I said, it was a problem about that I didn't have any script, and also that I didn't role play every day or at least every week.
And the script, obviously, that structure gave you, it's almost like a security, right? That each time somebody picked up the call, you know exactly what to do. And then we tested that script, and we found out, I mean, I remember the first script we did did not work out very well, and then we optimized it. And then I think that after the first or the second iteration, we figured out the script that worked perfectly for you. And then you started booking meeting after meeting. And what happened after? So how much % more meetings did you book?
I think it was around 30%.
Okay. And what happened with your no-show rate? So before you had the 50% no-show rate, how much is it now?
Yeah, I think this month was like four flags that they had. So it's like really, really little, like something like about 10% or 15% or something similar.
And I remember when we spoke the last time, we talked about the data, it was around 15%. So we basically tripled your show rate, you know, and that is what it's about. You know, we talked about, it's not about booking meetings, it's about booking meetings with people that have a specific problem that you can solve, and also people actually showing up to the meeting. Because, you know, what happens if you book 50 meetings and people say yes and then only one person shows up? Doesn't make sense. So it was really important. And I think what made the difference for you is that through that script that we created, did you feel like you were adding value to the customer in the calls?
Yeah, and I do feel I had more confidence actually to understand the situation and ask more questions.
Exactly. Yeah. We went from you freestyling and pitching Ninja One to you asking good questions, having a conversation, and really understanding where the customer are.
Yeah, definitely.
Amazing. So to sum it up, basically, Ana went from really having challenges with being confident on the phone. She didn't want to pick up the phone. She really did not enjoy doing cold calls. And although she was booking meetings by pushing, and she was very pushy in a very, very interesting way, and it was somehow making people say yes, but she had a 50% no-show rate. So half of those meetings, people were not showing up. And after 3 months, we worked on her habits. We worked on her cold call script. We practiced. And I think the most important thing is that we held you accountable for those things in the coaching, that we were pushing you to your limits, and we were telling you that you need to do these things, and we were holding you accountable. And that led to you just now becoming a rock star in calls. You sound super confident. You're very calm in calls, and you listen. You ask the right questions, and you're adding a lot of value in a call. And that led to you booking 30% more meetings and basically tripling your show rate. And I'm really, really impressed, and I really enjoyed every moment working with you. And if now to the people, if you're watching this video and you want to achieve similar results, so you want to become more confident at cold calls, you want to feel better about yourself, about sales, you want to love sales more, and you want to potentially increase your result by 30% and improve your show rate, then sign up in our website, and we really look forward to speaking to you. Thank you so much, Ana.
Thank you.
Thank you.